Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Calvin. Today we're back with another reaction video. That's right, and we are once again continuing with the complete history of the Ninjago characters. We're gonna move on to the complete history of Morro from 2015 and 2016. All right. Okay, the last one was really short. It was Mendroid, but I think we're gonna do a little longer one. Yep, this is the Morro, of course. All right, you guys know the drill. The original link will be in the description on the OverLloyd's channel. This is by him. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Alright. There we go.
You were wrong about me, Sensei. You said destiny didn't want me to be the Green Ninja. Well, I make my own destiny, and now yours is coming to an end. From a vengeful spirit to a redeemed soul, Morro was the elemental master of wind as well as Sensei Wu's first student. He became determined to prove destiny wrong after the golden weapons didn't choose him as the legendary Green Ninja. Morro's massive insecurities combined with his inner fears left him incapable of abandoning this pursuit, even after death. He was shown to be somewhat unstable at times, like his inability to face failure and his limitless determination, which eventually drove him hopelessly insane. Also, he has the coolest voice in all of Ninjago. With that out of the way, I present to you the complete history of Morro.
Early life.
A young Morro was found by Wu while he and a few other children were rummaging through the monastery's trash bins. The other children ran off when they saw Wu, but Morro stayed. The young master took pity on the boy and gave him food, as well as offering to train him in the ways of the ninja. He was considered by Wu to be the perfect student as he undertook any obstacle that his master would throw at him. Morro was eventually gifted a kite by Wu. By playing with it, Wu discovered that Morro was the descendant of an elemental master of wind. Upon this revelation, Wu revealed that he believed Morro was to be the Green Ninja. Unfortunately, Morro became arrogant with the thought of having the Green Ninja's power, though he was dismayed to find that the golden weapons did not react with him, a sign that would indicate the true Green Ninja. The Master of Wind became obsessed with proving his master and destiny wrong, and left the monastery, declaring that he would never return until he found the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master, and in his journeys he committed multiple atrocities. Arriving at the ancient library of Domu for answers, he discovered a passage referring to a cave in the deep, and misinterpreting its meaning, he journeyed to the Caves of Despair, a mistake that would prove fatal. While exploring, he became trapped in a cave with a cathanol geyser and was presumably killed by the explosion. His spirit was then banished to the Cursed Realm for his actions, where he pledged his service to the Preeminent. Plotting to free his mistress and curse the 16 realms, Morro came into contact with Fenwick, and the latter, fearing for his safety, agreed to assist the Cursed Realm by rewriting destiny so that Morro would be able to leave when given the chance to escape.
Escape. Oh, an ad. Why couldn't he... Okay, Escape, why couldn't he put Season 4...
Pinch-Health is a digital musculoskeletal clinic. We help millions of people move through their pain and live.
Why could he just put that there?
As Garmadon opened the portal to the Cursed Realm, intending to unleash the Intercontrite Generals, Morro was able to escape the dimension. While the ninja celebrated their victory after the Second Serpentine War, a small dark tornado appeared in the sky carrying Morro inside.
Which led to Season 5. Possession. Yeah.
Morro made his way to the Ninjago Museum of History where the allied armor of Azor was being kept. He possessed the Night Guard, then called Steep Wisdom and requested for Lloyd to come. When the true Green Ninja, his old master's nephew, arrived at the museum, Morro, still in the body of the Night Guard, led him to a back room where he attempted to attack him with a sledgehammer. The guard was soon buried under several boxes, and Morro left his body to possess several other things in the room, such as a portrait of Chen, a serpentine statue, and a pile of sand.
Oh yeah, Chen
After weakening the Green Ninja, he took possession of Lloyd himself. With the allied armor and the control of the Green Ninja's body, the ninja lost their powers, and Morro journeyed to Steep Wisdom to seek the staff of the first Spinjitzu master, now carried by his
Shen
former
was sent to the
master.
Cursed Realm.
He faced the ninja for the first time, using his power of wind to easily defeat them. Yet, before he was able to obtain the staff, Wu and the ninja escaped in the Destiny's Bounty. Undeterred, Morro summoned a corrupted version of Lloyd's energy dragon to chase after them. Morro quickly caught up to the flying vessel and boarded it, defeating Cole and Jay with ease. He used lightning to cripple the ship's autopilot and descended into its lower level where he defeated Zane. Morro almost succeeded in throwing Kai out of the vessel, though he was distracted when Wu threw his staff out the window. As it was Morro's true objective, he summoned his elemental dragon once again and used it to retrieve the staff. Morro flew to a nearby tavern where he satisfied himself with a drink before interrupting a biker's pool game to decipher the message on the staff. Angered at Morro's action, the biker and his friends surrounded Morro, though the ghost used the allied armor to summon Wraith, and the two defeated the bikers with ease. He then instructed the Chainmaster to deal with the ninja while he located Master Yang's Airjitsu scrolls. Upon arriving at the ancient library of Domu, where the Airjitsu scroll was being kept, Morro was enraged to find that the thief, Ronin, had already stolen it and had fled to Styx. He stormed out of the building, but not before he gave one of the guards his autograph and took a selfie with them. Morro soon arrived at a hill overlooking Styx and summoned Soul Archer to aid him in his quest, as Lloyd was beginning to fight his possession. The two descended into the city and confronted Ronin at his shop. Unfortunately for Morro, the ninja arrived and Morro ordered Soul Archer to hide so they could locate the scroll. Once the ninja succeeded, Morro summoned several more ghosts and chased after Ronin, eventually claiming the Airjitsu scroll. He, in turn, was pursued by Kai, though he used Airjitsu to ascend into the air where he summoned his elemental dragon and escaped. Morro used the armor to release Bancha and Gultar from the cursed realm, hoping that they would be able to decipher the next symbol on the staff. Bancha revealed that it was the Sword of Sanctuary, kept hidden in the Cloud Kingdom, which was only accessible from the blind man's eye. As the only way to reach the phenomenon was to ascend the Wailing Alps, Morro ordered his forces to the Samurai X Cave, intending to possess one of the ninja's mechs. Yet, before they could take one of the mechs, the ghosts were ambushed by Nia in her samurai mech. While she was unable to damage the ghosts, the samurai succeeded in destroying the allied armor, thus destroying the way for Morro to summon reinforcements. Gultar quickly possessed the mech, turning it into his own version of the mech, and the ghosts chased after Nia and Ronin from the cave. Unfortunately, ensued began to rain and the Master of Wind summoned his elemental dragon to head to the Wailing Alps. Morro used the samurai mech to ascend the Wailing Alps, though at the same time Lloyd was growing stronger and fighting his possession. Upon realizing that they were being followed by the ninja, Morro was encouraged to abandon Lloyd's body by his companions, though the Master of Wind reminded them that only a Spinjitzu master could find the tomb. He did, however, allow Bancha to create an avalanche, and the ghosts continued their ascent. As they neared the Hanging Temple, the ghosts discovered that the ninja had survived the avalanche and were climbing even faster. Morro abandoned the mech and ordered his allies to stop them while he continued climbing. Yet, even after calming the winds that plagued the mountain, Morro failed in reaching the blind man's eye. With his failure and Lloyd's continued resistance, Morro became increasingly agitated. However, Bancha quickly made contact with Fenwick, the head rider in the Cloud Kingdom, and made a deal with him to let them in a back way. Morro was shown where the Sword of Sanctuary was kept, and upon retrieving it, encountered the ninja. Due to being able to see their next move within the blade's reflection, however, Morro was able to dodge their attacks and escape back to Ninjago. Yet the ninja followed, quickly catching up to them, and with Lloyd gaining control of his body momentarily, he lost the sword to Kai. Morro and his ghost companions moved to Styx, where they took up residence in the remains of Ronin's pawn shop. Bancha then contacted the mercenary, ordering him to bring them the Sword of Sanctuary in exchange for his curse being removed. Ronin soon arrived with the sword in hand and, after Gultar inspected it to make sure it wasn't a fake, presented it to Morro. The Master of Wind used it to determine the location of the tomb, though he went behind Ronin's back and possessed him. With Ronin's body, he contacted the ninja and led them on a false trail to the Caves of Despair. Ironically, this was likely because he perished there. After the message was sent, he left Ronin and taunted Lloyd by telling him to regain strength, as they will be leaving for the real location of the tomb. Taking possession of Lloyd once more, Morro journeyed to the tomb with the Sword of Sanctuary and passed the first two traps with ease. On the third trap, he eventually met up with the ninja and dueled them. Soon, he was fooled by Kai and was trapped, but escaped his prison by leaving Lloyd's body. However, he caught up to the ninja at the first Spinjitzu master's resting spot, holding an extremely weakened Lloyd in one arm and threatening to hurt him with his sword if they didn't give up the realm crystal. After a while of stalling, Kai intended to fool the ghost again, coming out as a success because of the ninja regaining their power, and the plan only backfired when Lloyd was sent plummeting into a river, drifting away and leaving the fire ninja and Cole to save him, while Zane and Jay took care of Morro. The Master of Wind was too clever for them, however, and escaped with both the crystal and the sword in his hands. Morro then used the crystal to take himself along with Bancha and Soul Archer back to Styx. On New Year's Day, Morro used the realm crystal to return to the city of Styx, where he opened a portal to the cursed realm. After briefly conferring with the weapon masters about the preeminent status, he expanded the portal and ordered the ghost warriors to prepare the city for their master's arrival. The ninja arrived shortly at the city of Styx with Lloyd by their side to stop the preeminent from crossing over to Ninjago. The ghosts and Morro were alerted to the presence of the supposed green ninja, whom they caught with ease. The ghosts then brought the green ninja to the center of town where Morro mocked it and pulled off the hood, only to discover that Nia, the water ninja, was underneath. Using his power of wind, Morro was able to repel her water attacks until he noticed Lloyd trying to sneak by. He confronted the real green ninja, and using the Sword of Sanctuary, was able to prevent him from reaching the realm crystal. However, Ronan arrived and distracted Morro by raining down his wealth, which allowed Lloyd to get inside the building and reach the realm crystal. Yet Morro managed to get inside before Lloyd destroyed it and delayed him by reminding him that destroying the crystal would ruin any chances of saving Garmadon. His delay worked as the preeminent arrived and dragged Lloyd into the cursed realm. As the preeminent emerged into Ninjago, Morro confronted his old master and captured Misako. Then he fought Ronan to get the Sword of Sanctuary back, but Lloyd showed up to get the sword and battled Morro in other realms. Morro returned to Ninjago and trapped Lloyd in another realm. Unfortunately for the Master of Wind, Nia unlocked her true potential and sank the preeminent. As the creature fell into the water, Morro used his wind to keep himself above the ocean, Wu arriving on his elemental dragon to help him. As he struggled to stay away from the water, he was soon grabbed by his master. Morro soon realized that his fate had been sealed and handed his old master the realm crystal before sinking into the ocean and dissolving. With the preeminent destroyed, Morro's spirit remained within the cursed realm when it was transferred to the departed realm.
How do you detox?
Yeah, wait, why was Sensei be sad?
For some, it's stillness. For other...
I don't know. Alright, Day of the Departed.
A statue of Morro holding a replica of the Sword of Sanctuary was later included in the Ninjago Museum of History's Hall of Villainy on the Day of the Departed and was infused with Morro's spirit by the magic of Master Yang during the Yin-Yang eclipse. Resurrected, Morro questioned the identities of the villains who were also brought back to life. After the villains gave their names, they wondered what brought them back to life before Morro pointed it out it was Yang's doing. Talking to the portrait Yang had possessed, the Erjitsu master informed Morro and his fellow former villains that they would be sent back to the departed realm at the conclusion of the eclipse, unless they dispatched a foe with their weapons, the departed blades which would allow them to live again. Morro quickly claimed Master Wu as his target, stating that they had left things unfinished. Morro then arrived at the monastery of Spinjitzu where he snuck up behind his target before confronting Wu. Wu was surprised to see him again, but stated that while it pains him, he wouldn't hesitate to clash with his former pupil once again. However, Morro revealed that he didn't actually want to fight, and proceeded to warn
the
Wu
other
of
villains
Yang's
in Yang.
intentions and how he made him forget Cole. Morro also promised to tell Wu more information once they locate the other ninja. With that, the pair traveled back to the museum in the Bounty. Upon encountering all of the ninja but Cole at the museum, Morro was confronted by his former foes, whose hostile reaction to his presence made him smirk. However, Wu quickly stopped them by informing the ninja that Morro was there to help, as they were surprised by this revelation. Morro then told them of Yang's plans and how they had forgotten Cole, leading the ninja to depart to help their friend. His mission accomplished, Morro was thanked by Wu as he wished his former master a happy holiday before returning to his place in the museum, where his mannequin took on its original pose. Morro's spirit left, willingly returning to the cursed realm within the departed realm, at peace and redeemed. Hey, thank you guys for watching! I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and remember that you can only save those who want to be saved. But really, make sure to leave down in the comments below what character you would like to see me go over next time. And remember, never put off until tomorrow what can be done today.
Gotcha.
Have a good one.
Alright.
Goodbye, Sensei.
Oh, that's what he said. Okay. Okay, well, that was the complete history of Morro. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.